All right, everybody. First of all, thank you for all the encouraging words. Really appreciate the encouraging comments. I've had some really nice, response from a lot of people. I just want to tell you how grateful I am that, I get to hear from some people that are actually kind-hearted, because I take a lot of hatred for what I do, which is okay. Jesus said if they hated me, they will hate you. So it comes with the territory. That being said, everything that I've done since I got saved, since 2002, has been made manifest through the spiritual gifting the Lord's given me. I've tried to do the very best I can to disseminate the information in a variety of ways and formats. And the purpose of this short video is to tell everybody, look, if you understood the information, if you understood this ministry, the upside down, right side up paradigm, if you understand how important it is, it's the key to the kingdom of heaven. If you understand just the gravity of what this information is, then I hope that you'll get some of these DVDs. They are free. We do not charge for any of them. And, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I will send you the DVDs that you request. You can also, once you get them, load them onto your hard drive, copy them, send them to family and friends. If you don't know how to breach the subject, and I know how difficult it is to talk to friends and family, because in the end, the Bible says your worst enemies will be members of your own household. So I know that this can be a very difficult subject to try and talk to people about. So therefore, you could give them a DVD, just leave it with them. Maybe they'll watch it at the appropriate time, of God's choosing, if he's going to, call that person. Okay, so here's the thing. We have available the DVDs since I started all this. They are all available. This is a last minute ministry here. I'm telling you, folks, I guarantee you something's got to give. Something will give. The snare is coming. I guarantee it. I don't know the hour of the day, the month or the year, but if I had to hedge my bets, I'd say if you're not ready today, you're not ready. That's what I would say to everyone. Okay, so here we go. I want to show you. You can get any one of these DVDs, or you can get a variety of them, or you can get all of them. All you have to do is request. Also, I'm asking the people that have come to this ministry, have gleaned from this ministry, if you want to help support it, support it. It is no requirement, though. You don't need to. I'll still send you free DVDs. It doesn't matter. But if you can help, then help, because we put forth a great effort here. And, the only way we can do it is with support from people that care. That's it. That's the only way this gets done. So anyway, here we go. I want to read to you the list of DVDs. And these are the ones you can get. You can get Destruction of America. Has the U.S. currency and just the false flags. An image off the old $20 bill. Let's have a look. See the floor right here? See the floors? Those are on the image on the money. Now we're going to fade the bill on top of it. Wow. Look at that. Look, and we stop. Now I stopped at the bill. Look at that. It's identical. So this is another fact. So the fact is consistent with reality. You're looking at the truth then. Or just keep going. There it is. Now here's another thing that's a fact. Every time you fold one of those bills the same way and turn it upside down, you end up with an image of a bombing of one of the buildings in the United States. Another fact. So it's a true. Fact equals reality. That means it's true. We have kingdom divided and that has the hieroglyph and the breakdown of Akhenaten. We have the Queen of Heaven, and that comes on the same disc. That shows you that when you turn the Virgin upside down, it becomes a dead sheep. The Bible mentions the Queen of Heaven, Jeremiah. That is the enemy. That's the devil masquerading.
Someone else will tie you up and take you where you don't want to go.
In saying this, Jesus was indicating the way in which Peter would die and bring glory to God.
And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Okay, we have Barack and Aten, Lord of the Flies. That, I believe, is just an amazing DVD showing you all these anomalies about Barack Obama. It's absolutely mind-boggling.
What if the president isn't the president?
You're insane.
Our government has been infiltrated.
That looks like me. Look at those ears.
We also have Revelation 9:11, crowning the tyrant. Revelation 9:11 is about, and they had a king over them, the angel from the bottomless pit, Abaddon. Well, Barack Obama stood there at ground zero and read Psalm 46. 46 is the number of completed chromosomes in human DNA. What they were doing is they were, proclaiming that the new temple has been rebuilt for the fallen angels. Another amazing DVD.
Psalm 46. Psalm 46
It took 46 years to build the temple. Oh, 46 chromosomes in human DNA. Oh, so the fallen angels are saying they've rebuilt the temple, but it's a fallen angel temple over a human. Now, I know there's a lot of people that think there's going to be a rebuilt temple in Jerusalem. Well, there was a lot of Pharisees that thought Jesus meant destroy this temple and in 3 days I'll raise it up. He wasn't talking about a building. The Jews said it took 46 years to build the temple. And Jesus said, you've heard what I said, but you haven't understood it. He was talking about his body being the temple. Now, let's see what happened. These things got blown up, so they're blown up. They're on the $20 bill. So someone or something has arranged that and pre-planned it. And we know it was Satan using humans as puppets. We already showed you who they are. Satan and the fallen angels. That's who they are. Those that try and hide their plans from the Lord are doomed. They carry out their schemes in secret. What schemes? These schemes. And think no one will see them or know what they're doing. They turn everything upside down. Okay, well, here's another representation of who they are. They are the pyramid. Like the capstone, you know, on the back of the dollar bill. This is who they are. They are the all-seeing eye. That's who they are. They're the weeds. They're the other half part of you. It's the abomination is in you. You're the temple. Now watch this. They carry out their schemes in secret and think no one will see them or know what they're doing. So they bomb the Twin Towers and there's making a proclamation in public saying there's no longer two races. Each one of these, let's put a little circle here and a line through it and say that represents the brain. They both have two separate consciousnesses, but when they've been bred together, these two consciousnesses are at odds with each other and they fight each other. You have your good side and your bad side. And then they built the One World Freedom Tower. Now what did they put at the top of this tower? They put a beam at the top, and Obama signed the beam, and he wrote the words, "We remember, we rebuild, and we come back stronger." WWW is va va va. Hebrew is alphanumeric. It equals 666. So at the top of this building is a beam that has 666 on it, and it has an image of a big brain, which is the letter O for One World Freedom Tower. So they're saying now there's one collective consciousness. Look at the way this thing's built. You see the upside down pyramid right here, and the right side up pyramid, and the whole thing is a mirror. As above, so below. So they're mocking you. This is a representation with the spire and the minaret around it of the largest symbol of Islam in the Western Hemisphere. This is a tribute to Islam. Down at the bottom here they have the reflecting pool. So if I went under there and I turned the whole thing upside down and shoved it down into the ground at the One World Freedom Center, then you have Mecca, the Kaaba at the One World Freedom Center, you have 666 on the top, you have a spire which stands for martial, like martial power, martial law, Sharia law, and you have a minaret which is the call to worship Islam. This is the end of the road. This is Islam over the United States. Remember the controversy? They said they were going to put a mosque at Ground Zero? They did. And there's a mosque on the property, by the way. Judgment's coming to this country, and this is it. Barack Hussein Obama's it. The revelation of the end, female rival. The Catholic Church. And, an aerial view of St. Peter's Basilica, which shows a giant keyhole with black scales across it. And the Vatican itself is an upside-down cross. It all becomes a serpent wearing a crown. Even the name Basilica means royal abode of the basilisk. A basilisk is a legendary serpent that kills with its breath or with its look. Another mind-blowing DVD. As you go inside the Vatican, in the main altar, you'll see large blue columns, cylindrical blue columns that go towards the ceiling. These columns are covered in images of gold bees. On both sides of the altar, you'll also see the papal regalia. We have previously shown you all the images that are hidden on that same papal regalia. Remember, that image of the papal regalia is the embodiment of the sovereignty of the papacy and what it stands for. Therefore, it stands for the dragon. It stands for the devil breeding. It stands for the hive. It stands for the owl, which is Mother Goddess worship. And when you turn it upside down, it is an image of a locust. That is plain and simply what it stands for. Images of these are on both sides of the altar. There is a door behind the altar with a metal gate. When that metal gate is opened and you go down under the altar, this is what the Vatican stands for. And then we have lastly coming out the 6-part series that we just did. It's called A Glimpse of the End, but we are changing the title. I was praying and the Lord gave me this title, Thy Kingdom Come. And so it's Thy Kingdom Come Part 1 and 2. Because what happens in the spiritual world manifests in the physical. It has to happen in the spiritual first. And everything that's going on right now in the spiritual world, you can see the darkness is covering the earth. The manifestation of what Satan and the fallen angels doing, you don't have to look hard at all. It's right in front of our face. So you'll see that all these movies, the Avengers, portal opens, aliens come through portals, the Lego movie, it's just non-stop. Guitar picks. I can show this stuff to you all day long because it's what's going to happen. They're manifesting what they're going to do. So, there we go. Now, I want to show you what's going to happen to the earth when you introduce another magnet into any other magnetic system. It doesn't matter. You got 2 magnets over here. You put a 3rd magnet over here. Well, it's going to change the pull between the 2 to accommodate the 3rd, and they're all going to try and get together in a way that fits. That's what's going to happen. So let me show you. I'm just going to push this, and then watch. I'm going to push this against this invisible field, and then it'll flip it like the earth is going to flip, and then once it finds its other force, it's going to grab it. Watch. Did you see that? So what did it do? It flipped it. It flipped it around 180 degrees, and then it found the opposing force, and they grabbed each other. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It has to be that way. Just like us, the good and bad. When you, like I said, when you get saved, you're converted. Jesus said, unless you're converted, you will not see the kingdom of heaven. Unless you're born again. What's flesh is flesh, what's spirit is spirit. So you have to get a new spirit that is in harmony with the Lord God. And the old spirit has to go, the new one comes in, you're reconciled to God, and you can return home. And if you're not reconciled, you go where the other energy goes. That's what CERN's all about, folks. They're trying to they're opening up this portal, dark energy, dark matter, antimatter, dark matter. All that wicked evilness is in a dimension. It's dimensional. So they're going to open up a dimension where all the evil crap is, and everybody that's inhabitants of the earth are going to get to deal with it. Now listen, you can go see every one of these on YouTube. They're all available. You can go to our website, which is called beforethefire.com. It's the word B-E, the number 4, thefire.com, beforethefire.com. You can go there and you can watch, this stuff You can also watch all the little videos that are posted in an upside down pyramid. I'm just desperate to get this information to everybody I can. I just feel in my spirit it's time to make a last run at the finish line, because folks, we're out of time. We are out of time. It doesn't matter how close it is. The manifestation of the spiritual world has taken over to a point that I see that is, it's just unbelievable. It's hard to even explain. If you want to see what I'm talking about, one good example is go look at, I think the girl's name is Dee Antwoord, Diantwoord, and just go look at her, musical stuff. She was in the movie Chappie, but it's just a manifestation of the spiritual world. It's just crazy, crazy stuff. And the enemy has manifested to a point to where there's nothing hidden anymore. I was just praying with my friend Todd, and the Lord just showed me, shout it from the rooftops now. And so I'm trying to be faithful, and that's it. I'm just trying to be a faithful servant. I just want God, my Father in heaven, to be proud of me when he shows up. I don't want to shrink back in fear. I want to be able to stand in the day that this all goes down, and I want you to be able to stand. And if you feel like you need to get this information to any people, then get it to them. And get it to them in a DVD. That's the best I know how to do. It's the best I can do. Anyway, God bless you guys, and send your self-addressed stamped envelopes. We'll give you the P.O. box. Thank you very much.